And it didn't take long for me to realize that in order to make it, and a lot of people in corporate culture have a similar experience because it is capitalism. It's copy pasted onto the nonprofit field, but it's still capitalism, And so the idea is like to make it, you have to conform. You have to conform to someone else's ideal of how you should spend your time, how you should view yourself. And the way to really push yourself to do more, always more, is to really be like your own personal drill sergeant. And, people are taught that in the industry, and then they pass it down to whoever their reports are. And so that voice of your toxic boss becomes the voice of your inner critic. And suddenly I noticed I was criticizing myself, not just at work, not just going over every single project I was turning in or email I was writing, pouring over everything again and again until I submitted it, or really kicking myself for mistakes I was making. I wasn't just doing it at work. I was doing it on the weekends. I was doing it in my daily life. I was like applying that same measuring stick to every aspect of my life. And I noticed it was her voice in my head, but it had become my voice. And I was seeing myself as never good enough, never worthy enough, never on top of it enough, never critical thinking enough, like just never enough. And luckily, at the same time, I was seeking out so many resources, like you mentioned, right? Like the self-help books and the meditation. That's when I opened to meditation, and I started going to Sangha every week with Tara Brock, which I was so blessed to be in her community for a while. And I just couldn't get enough. I was like eating it up, because what I was being taught was that at the core of all of us is pure goodness. And it has nothing to do with our ego, with how good we are at thinking, with how perfect, our projects are, or how mistake-free our lives are, or how much we're able to